Today, we're going to talk about an ancient grain that might just be the key to feeding our future. Yep, we're talking about millets. But let's start with a really big question. Can the food we grow actually help us fight back against a warming planet? It's a massive challenge, and the stakes could not be higher. How high, you ask? Well, get this. Projections show that by 2050, as many as 3 billion people could be undernourished, all because of how climate change is hitting our food supply. That's a truly staggering number, and it means we have to rethink, well, everything about how we grow food. And that brings us right to the heart of the problem. Our global food system is already seriously stressed. We rely so heavily on just a handful of staple crops, and that's created a huge vulnerability. You can see the dangerous connection right here. On one side, a warmer world. On the other, the consequences for our biggest food sources. For every single degree Celsius the temperature goes up, wheat production could drop by 10%. Rice yields face the exact same threat. This is the fragile system we're counting on right now. So, if our main players are struggling, where do we look for help? Well, let's meet the potential heroes of this story, the grains some people are calling miracle grains. So what are millets exactly? To put it simply, they're a group of cereal grasses that are just incredibly tough. They can grow in conditions that would make other big crops totally fail. We're talking poor soil, not much rain, you name it. And millets isn't just one single plant. It's this huge, diverse family. As you can see here, you've got major types like sorghum, a whole bunch of minor millets, and even things called pseudomillets like buckwheat. It's this massive library of agricultural diversity. And this is where it gets really cool. That diversity gives millets some amazing climate-proofing superpowers. They are, in a lot of ways, a superfood that's perfectly built for the challenges we're facing today. Okay, superpower number 1, a much smaller carbon footprint. This chart is comparing the global warming potential of different crops. And just look at pearl millet. It's way lower than wheat and maize. That means by just growing more millet, we could actually lower farming's impact on climate change. Superpower number 2, their incredible drought tolerance. I mean, they've been nicknamed the camel of crops for a reason. They have this amazing ability to survive and still give a harvest with very little water. In a world where water is getting more and more scarce, that is absolutely priceless. And superpower number 3, they're total nutritional powerhouses. Forget supplements. Look at finger millet. It can have up to 30 times more calcium than rice. And as you can see, others are just packed with iron. This isn't just about filling bellies. It's about delivering vital nutrients that can fight malnutrition. And the list just keeps going. Millets have a low glycemic index, which is great for managing blood sugar. They're also high in fiber, they're gluten-free, and they're loaded with antioxidants. They really are what many people are starting to call a smart food. Okay, so this begs the question, right? If millets are so incredible, why aren't we all eating them all the time? That takes us to a really important part of the story. Why on earth did we forget about them? This timeline really lays it all out. Before the 1960s, millets were a staple food for millions. But then the Green Revolution came along, and the focus shifted to high-yield, water-hungry crops like wheat and rice. Governments and markets got behind them, and millet farming just plummeted. It dropped by more than 25%. And with that came a real perception problem. Millets got this unfair label as poor man's crops, or something our ancestors ate. So we didn't just lose farmland, we started losing the ancient knowledge of how to even grow and cook with these amazing grains. But here's the good news. The story isn't over. Things are changing. And right now, there's a huge global effort to bring millets back. It's a comeback plan that's being powered by their own natural toughness and a whole lot of modern science. Now, check out this graph. It shows something absolutely fascinating. The blue line tracks rising global temperatures over time. The orange line, that's global millet production. See how as the world has gotten hotter, millet production is also rising? This isn't just a theory. It's real-world proof of how resilient these crops are. And that is exactly why so many experts are now calling them future smart crops. They're not some relic of the past. They're a critical tool for diversifying our food supply and building a farming system that can actually adapt to the future. But this comeback isn't just about going back to the old ways. No way. Today's revival is being supercharged by cutting-edge science, and it's unlocking the full potential that's been hidden inside these ancient grains all along. So how are they doing it? Well, it's basically this three-step plan. First, you preserve all that amazing genetic diversity in global seed banks. Second, you map out their entire genomes to understand the source code. Find the exact genes for toughness. And third, you use amazing new tools to enhance those key traits, creating even better versions for farmers all over the world. Which brings us to our final thought. When you take the ancient, battle-tested resilience of these grains and you combine it with the incredible precision of modern science, well, you get a really powerful solution. And it leaves us with one pretty hopeful question. Are millets the key to making sure we can feed our world, no matter what the future throws at us?